Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. I'm back again here with my beautiful model Cherise. And I always use the same products and stuff, same palettes, just maybe switch around the colors. So I figured today I will do a different type of voiceover. So if you're not interested in listening, you can just mute it and then be like just a watch and learn. But I'm in my feelings today, so I just wanna speak on it. I want to speak on why do women have to fight so hard for a place in society? Women are ultimately considered to be inferior to the man, or we're as his mate. We're not considered to be like the main one. The man is the king, and the woman has to be like by his side holding him down. But we're expected to work so hard. Why do we always have to work twice as hard as the man to prove ourselves? If we're considered to be inferior, then why you expect me to work harder than him? We have to accomplish things that men cannot do. Women are expected to hold down the household, go to work just like the man, come home, cook, clean, take care of the kids, all that, and go back to work the next day like nothing happened. When the man just goes to work and come home and wait for his food. And if the food is not ready, then guess what? It's the woman. Then you don't have a good woman because you're coming home from work tired and hungry and your woman don't cook food for you. Oh my gosh, you don't have a good woman. You need a new woman. But I was at work too. I have to clean the house. And even if I'm not at work, I have to clean the house. I have to take care of the children. There are things that I have to do. So if the social norm is not filled out in the household, then it automatically becomes the fault of the woman. A man can get a woman pregnant and just decide like, okay, I'm not with this shit, I'm out. And then the woman has to hold down her family. Not only has she has to hold on the family, she has to hold it down to a certain standard. Because guess what? If you see the kids walking on the streets looking crazy, they blame the mother. But y'all don't understand that this lady is doing this on her own. She doesn't have the help of a man. But she's supposed to hold it down on her own, and still supposed to hold it down to the best of her ability. And she has to, everything, it has to look like she has help when she really doesn't. Basically, she's supposed to hold on the household so good on her own that it has to look like she's doing it with help. Because if you see her lacking, automatically she's not a good mother. She's a this, she's a that. I just don't understand these things. Like, I don't understand why we always have to fight so hard to prove ourselves in our careers, in just like relationships. Like, how many women I know, or even myself too, because we do it all the time. And it's like, men want us to lower our standards. Like, I might say, okay, I'm not dating a man if he not opening the door for me every time we go somewhere. And they'll be like, what? No, that's crazy. That ain't nothing. He could do that or whatever. But for the man, he could say, oh, I don't like girls with natural hair, and it could be completely fine. Why we cannot uphold our standards? Why do our standards not get respected? Why, if I'm expecting something from a man, I'm expecting too much, but a man can sit and pick and think about what he wants from a woman, and he is expected to get it? Why do you think you can meet me and tell me you don't like me to wear so much makeup, but I cannot tell you, okay, I don't like to see men with maybe jeans that's too skinny? Why? I don't understand that. And I have a daughter, and she's getting older, and she's asking a lot of questions. She watched a lot of Disney princesses and all the Disney movies. So in her mind, she has to get married and cook and clean for her husband, just as society expects her to. And it's like, I want to teach her that you can say what you want and what you don't want. You don't have to get married and just be at the beck and call of a man. It's 2020. I'm sorry. Both of us working, we could take turns to cook. If you cannot cook, how about you tell me you're bringing home dinner? That's what I want to teach my daughter and instill to her. Like, do not be at the beck and call of a man. Do not put yourself down for a man. If you say that, okay, I don't want a man to look like this and I don't want a man like that, uphold that. Don't let anybody tell you that you just have to settle because what, you're supposed to find a husband and you're supposed to do this and you're supposed to do that. Like, it's just so annoying and it's very frustrating. And, you know, especially when you're trying to build a career and you want people to take you seriously. But, you know, I was single for like 2 years and all I was saying is like, when you're gonna get a boyfriend, when you're gonna get a boyfriend, when you're gonna get a boyfriend, why you don't look for a man to go and live with? Why you don't look for a man to this, a man to that? Okay, but what, who made you feel like I want a man to go and live with? Why it cannot be, oh, why don't you think of a plan to, you know, get your money up to get your own place? Why it has to be, why don't you go out and look for a man to get a place? I don't, you know, society right now is crazy. But I've just been thinking about these things so much lately, like just women empowerment and all the things that women have to go through in their life and in relationships and in their careers. And, you know, men can go around and just date, and the lady does, the girl could just say hi to another guy and, oh, it's inappropriate, they want to break up everything. But if a man cheats on us once and then we leave, it's like, oh, you know, a ride or die. Or like, you know, like you basically have to accept so much to prove yourself that you're loyal, you this, you that. But the men, you cannot do that same thing. Let him even see you texting another guy, it's over for you. But they expect to cheat and do whatever they want and just come back. And we're just supposed to forgive them and keep it pushing. Why? Because you're supposed to be, quote unquote, ride or die. Well, I'm not riding or dying for nobody's son. I'm not going to ride or die for my daughter. I'm very sorry. I don't care what your son have, how your son looking. I am not riding or dying for nobody's son. We are in 2020. We have to ride or die for each other. I'm ride or dying for loyalty. I'm ride or dying for trust. I'm ride or dying for respect. I'm not ride or dying for some man because he figured he could just cheat and I'm supposed to say. Like, no. And that's not, you know, saying anything, you know, towards anybody. You know, people that's getting their feelings or whatever. If you're in a relationship like that, I'm not going to tell you, like, you know, and you chose to forgive your boyfriend for cheating or anything like that. You know, this is not to make you feel any type of way, but it's just for those women who are still confused and still feel like they don't want to do it. It's okay to say, like, I don't want to do it, because I know I have definitely been there in a relationship when the guy is cheating and it's like you don't want to stay, but like you still stay anyways, because I mean, it's like, what else to do? So it's just crazy. That was just on my mind today, watching different videos. Like I watched Chloe, Miss Chloe's girl chat videos. So if you want, you can check out her channel. She does girl chat and she gives really good advice on like women empowerment and all that. But I just want to tell y'all, like, girls, we're in 2020, sis. All we're thinking about now is having our body looking right, making sure your bag looking right, your account looking right. If you have kids, make sure your kids are good, and just focus on your career and do what you gotta do. Don't let society make you feel like you have to accept certain stuff, or like, you know, you're asking for too much. Whatever it is that you want, go get it. If you want to say, or, you know, you like the man or whatever, do you, sis. But I'm just telling you, like, there are options. You don't have to. Don't make society feel like you have to accept anything. All right? Get in your bag, sis. Leave these bum-ass niggas alone.